Good evening. This is the Popper Scan video for Buy Sell Short for Monday, April 11th. Before we get started, we had a nice little pullback in the energy stocks this morning. I sent out that email really early that we were getting out of all our energy plays just because of that talk of the Libyan peace process, likely BS, but with the oil stocks sort of having issues over the last couple of days with oil making a new high, and we really want oil to pull back. You know, it was time to pull the trigger, take the small losses, and step to the sidelines, and that ended up actually being a really good thing because oil ended up down 4% on the day. So for now, on the sidelines, let's see what happens, and let's jump into the stock plays. First off, first four plays are penny biotech stocks. Now, like I've been saying in the chat room, the penny stocks have been absolutely dead over the last couple of weeks. Just a dead money area. So even though they're on the pop scan, I'd probably want to see a couple of them spike before I'd get any real interest. CXM is on the pop scan again. A break of 40 cents is where I would consider entering this one. Next up, CTIC. Big intraday move on this one today. It's got a decent chart, but not my favorite biotech stock, simply because it's got like 500 million shares outstanding and needs like massive volume to absolutely, even to move a couple of cents. So could get interesting on a break of 42 cents, and we could see a run up to 50 cents. So definitely one to keep an eye on intraday, not a biotech stock I would take home. Neither would be PARD, which is also on the scan. Breakout, this one's been having some resistance at the 43 level. So again, biotech stocks are hot, but the hot ones have been from the $1 to $2.50 area. If we continue to see the biotech heat tomorrow, and I think we're going to, we could start to see traders move down the ladder just because there are very few biotech stocks left over $1 that haven't had a big run yet. So that's why I'm even mentioning them today. CVM, another little penny biotech stock, 75 cents would be the breakout here and where I'd possibly consider an intraday scalp. But, Amex Bios are not my favorite plays. Sirius is back on the Popper scanner, and I must say it's got a very nice chart set up here. Breakout is 188, and that is where I would be looking to jump into this one as a rule of two stock. But a nice little bottom action on this one today, and this one could be interesting over the next couple of days. Quick mention on LVLT. For those of you who jumped in early on this one last week, congratulations, massive winner. But, for those of us waiting to buy the 150 break, we missed the trade. Sucks, but it happens. Now, if you are in this stock and you did not sell that early spike, I want to slap you upside the head. A good rule of thumb is whenever a company buys another company, 9 times out of 10, the company doing the buying, its stock price goes down. So that early spike on LVLT today, consider it a gift in my opinion. As for the biotech plays, active email day, which was fantastic for us, and we had some very nice winners. ACAD, very nice breakout on this one today. We get a breakout confirmation tomorrow on a move through $1.88. Fresh rule of two stocks. So very strong watch on this stock over the next couple of days for a $2 break and a $2.20 target. Nice stops, $1.65 on this one. Let's go into BIOD. Was on the pop scan yesterday. We got our breakout today. Got a nice pop to as high as 235 and then pulled back. Now, whenever this stock gets a big up day, it tends to spike the next day. Breakout is 237, 240 area. A break through that, and we could see a move up to the 280 level. So very strong watch on this one tomorrow. It was actually pretty active today. We got a breakout. They pulled the rug out. We were able to jump into some small scalp positions on some dips. So nice volatile mover that closed towards the highs of the day, which in itself is bullish. SNSS finally broke out in a big way today. If you Jumped out of this one on Friday and bought the 220 break. You ended up getting a nice 17-cent gain on this one. Very, very nice. Breakout is 240. If it breaks through 240, you can consider entering a scalp position with 250 to 260 as a first target. And I would place my stops on that entry at 234. PRAN. This was a huge mover a few weeks ago. Has triggered a buy on the Popper scan. So let's see what happens on this one. Try to move today. Gave some of it back. A 280 break and continued movement in the biotech stocks could set this one up. Or you could possibly look at, where did this one close today? Closed at 250. You know, you could possibly consider entering this one tomorrow a little bit early at 250 with stops at 240 and see how it goes. It's got a nice setup here, and typically when we see these big biotech run-ups and they retrace back, they almost always have a secondary big run that at least goes up, you know, to the $3 level. So definitely one to keep an eye on tomorrow. SNV was on the scan yesterday. Breakout 280, target 295 to $3. CBB, Cincinnati Bell. Very, very nice little setup here. We've got a little cup and handle, as you can see, developing here. Breakout 280, stops 270, target $3. Last but not least, we've got an old favorite, VG, Vonage. Remember when no one wanted to buy this stock with us when we were buying it 2 years ago at 40 cents? My, how things have changed. And this stock has not done a reverse split. This stock is up 1,000% now since we were playing it there a couple of years ago. What this one is a watch on, a 480 break for those who've got some risk tolerance. But ideally, what I would be looking for this one on is a break of 5. Typically, when you see stocks break 5, they see 510 or 515 to 520 as a first target. So if you do enter this one on a 480 break, 470 stops, or wait for the $5 break, 490 stops, and a 525 target. So that is it for the pop scan today. Actually, let me go over another new play we had today. CYTK, nice breakout setup here. $1.60 tomorrow. Would light this one up. These bios in the $1 to $2 range have just been going vertical. Our other play today was OPXA. 191 and under is the buy on this one, and we're looking for a move to a gap fill up there at the 225 area. Stops right now, I would place stops on this play at $1.80. In the alert, we said $1.75, but you know we got a nice pop on this one today, so we're going to move our stops a tad bit higher. And then a quick mention on MCZ. We had another pullback today in the gamer stocks, but MCZ has been holding up very well in my opinion. COOL looks like it might have put in a bottom, and a bounce back in COOL and GLUU tomorrow should give an easy, 10 to 20 cent bounce back in MCZ. So that's it for the pop scan tonight. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.